on your behavior, it's on your heart, it's on your DNA. Like, how do you deal with all that?
We came to the Bayview Hunters Point area to help our community. I was raised in the Bayview Hunters Point area. Our CEO was raised in the Hunters Point area. Our dentist was raised right over here on Innis Street. And we all came back to bring some resilience to the youth in the community and to empower them, to let them know that there's information available and that they have to have health to make it. You have to have your health. If you don't have health, you don't have anything else. We have a youth program in the Marin branch, and we're trying to come over to Bayview. They're called the Defenders, and they sell their own toilet paper and paper towels and everything. So we're trying to get it over to the Bayview Hunters Point branch, but we need to make more money, you know, to bring our program over here. And our director of the youth program over there, his name is Zared Mohammed, and he is awesome. He's so good with the youth. Every year they go on a road trip, and they go to like 30-something states and 2 other countries, and they take the youth to different countries and they share history. They show them their history. So we do work a lot with youth, and we empower them when you need to know your history to know who you are really and where we come from. So we have very good behavioral therapists, and I think that, you know, all youth now, and I think everybody, it's really got so much, there's so much going on in the world today that everybody is like almost walking around here with post-traumatic disorder because everything, there's so many things have happened, and there's so much going on in this world today. So, you know, we try to reach out to this community and let them know how great that our therapists are, and that our doctors and our dentists, we have an awesome crew, because they're all here for the community. We're here to help the community, to empower the community, to make it feel like it's we want it to be a household name, you know, to come to be a family clinic, you know, and to let children and youth know that it's okay, you know, to be able to talk to somebody. You need to talk to people sometime, and it's good to talk to somebody that doesn't really know you sometime, so that you can, you know, just blast out and put what you need to put out and get, you know, some good feedback and just somebody to listen, you know. And it's just, the CEO, she came here maybe about 10 years ago to this same clinic. This is a historical clinic. It's the Arthur Coleman building, and he was the first Black doctor in Bayview. And so the CEO came here with her own money, maybe 10 years ago. She was a midwife then, and she put her own money in the clinic, and she opened it up, and she was giving like free pap smears to the neighborhood, and, you know, trying to wait on funding and all that. But it took so long to get the funding that she had to, you know, just let it go. But when she came back with, it's a nonprofit now. So we've been there a little over a year, and we've been able to last, and we're getting more clients. We have youth that come into our therapists and medical, and the dentist, he's really, really getting a lot of clients now, because we need dentists in this area. And he works with, you know, the clients, he explains it, and so do the doctors and everything. They explain, they let you know what's happening with you, you know, and what's gonna happen, and, you know, they give you information, and we inform people. So we're doing better, and we hope that we grow more, and we hope that in this community we can become a family name. Well, our organization has been affected by the community stressors and childhood adversities, because right there on that corner, you know, we've seen fights, and, you know, right down the street somebody gets shot, and it's like Black against Black, and it's just really a shame, because we're killing each other, and the young people, they have guns put in their hand, and they really don't even know the power that it holds. And by that time they've taken a life, and they don't even know, you know, how valuable life is until after they're in jail and way later on. Yesterday I went into San Bruno jail to do re-entry. I went in last year down on Bryan Street for the men that are going to re-enter the system, and was giving them information, and there were so many young men in there, like in their 20, you know, like 20, 21, and they were lifers. And you know, I was saying, this is just something, because it takes a split second to change your life, you know, and one of them was just like taking it lightly, and it was okay. And so I was telling my coworker, I said, you know, right now he's with his friends, and you know, it's all good and everything else. I said, but when everybody leaves and go home and he's still here, you know, then he's gonna realize, you know, I'm here for life. So, you know, it's just, we need to reach out to our youth. What really gets to me is that not so much my generation, but some of my generation, and then my parents' generation, they are scared of the youth. And they, you know, my mother, my own mother, she'll go out and she said, no, I'm scared, I don't want to go to the mall. And you know, we need the youth, they need the older generation to reach out to them, to talk to them, because they see they're scared of them. Their own people are scared of them. And if nobody's teaching them the information, they won't get it. And I don't think you should be scared, you know. It's like if I was going down the street and these youth, they were all in the street and they were fighting and beating up this boy. And I said, stop, you know, leave him alone. And so everybody looked, and you know, he said something bad to me, called me a bad name, and I didn't care, you know. But when I looked back, they had stopped fighting. At least they were out of the street, and they left the boy alone. But you have to say something. You don't want to get killed. You know, you don't want to go out in the street and get killed. You have to be careful, but you have to say something. You just can't pass by and see things happen and don't do anything. The community can help support our efforts by coming to the clinic, bringing their children in the clinic, letting them get the information, sitting down with them, with the doctor, with the therapist, bringing them to the dentist. We just started a health education group every third Friday, and we also started a women's group, and we want to start anger management group, you know, so we're going to do it every month. And just to bring them in, we want to give the information out. And I do a lot of health fairs. I go all in the community, and all the health fairs that I can do, I do. I go out and I give the information, I meet people, I talk to them, and just tell them, like yesterday I was telling, you know, all the inmates, you know, you're getting out, the ones that were getting out, like maybe, I said, make a plan. Make a plan, and that's what I would tell the youth. Make a plan, you know, stick to it. Know that if something happens today, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. And sometimes when things happen, you think, oh, it's the end of the world. It's not permanent. You know, things are gonna change, and it's gonna be all right, you know. But you just can't sit there and let the world pass you by. You have to get up and you have to stand up. You know, bad things happen to good people, you know, and a lot of people, everybody's been through something. But you know what? You have to stand up, and you have to say, you know what? I refuse to do wrong. I'm going to do the right thing. And it's not easy, you know, because you got all these people in the background, you know, but you know, you can do it. You have to make up your mind and be determined, and you have to stand for something, otherwise you fall for anything. And you have to stand up and say, you know what, I want to be here. You don't know if you're going to be here in 30 years, but if you are, you at least want to be in good shape. Because if you are here in 30 years and you haven't did anything, what are you going to do? I would share to someone that wants to empower youth, or I would share to the youth, to love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, we so hard on ourselves, and we beat ourselves up, and there's so much self-hatred, and you have to learn to love yourself. I have a daughter, and from the womb, I taught her to love herself, and that she's a queen, and she claims her queendom, and I love it. And that's what I would tell you. Always remember who you are.